From Florida to California, our country's beaches offer an escape for millions of visitors.
According to the latest data, ocean-based tourism and recreation generates about $143 billion for the national economy.
But sometimes lurking under the surface is a rare but hidden danger.
In 2025, the University of Florida's International Shark Attack File recorded 25 unprovoked shark bites in the U.S., more than any other country on Earth.
We're not sharing this information to scare you, but rather to raise awareness.
That it's also the mission of a young shark attack survivor to spare others from the pain she endured.
It probably happened all in about 10 seconds, and then I raised my arm out of the water and there was just no arm there.
That's Lulu Gribben, who was just 15 years old when she lost her left hand and right leg following a scary encounter with a shark.
Her experience has become the inspiration behind Lulu's Law, a push for shark alert systems that aim to notify beachgoers in the event of a nearby attack.
Reporter Heather Graff has an in-depth look at how those warnings would work and how Lulu hopes to bring that safety measure to the entire country.
Watching Lulu Gribben walk with ease against all odds is impressive. But wait until you see her water ski, swing a golf club, or hike to the top of a mountain.
Never, ever give up.
The strength and determination of this 16-year-old double amputee is on display daily in all that she does.
It has shown me that life is a gift and to not take it for granted.
It was June 2024, on a mother-daughter beach trip to Florida's Gulf Coast, when Lulu's life changed in an instant.
We were swimming in the water, and as we were riding the waves in, I turned around and heard my best friend scream, "Shark." I'd never felt the shark bite off my arm. I never felt it latch onto my leg. In my brain, I knew that something was wrong, so I just raised my arm out of the water, and I saw just flesh and bone.
And all I could say over and over again was just, please keep breathing. Please keep breathing.
But Lulu persevered.
I had a total of 9 surgeries and procedures, and eventually I relearned how to walk in that hospital.
She also learned that just about 90 minutes before her near-death encounter, there'd been another shark attack just a few miles away. Elizabeth Foley, the 45-year-old victim in that incident, survived, but also lost one of her hands.
If I had known this, then me and my friends, we would have not been swimming in the water, and we would have just been tanning on the beach. And so it totally changed my life.
A realization that soon led lawmakers in her home state of Alabama to introduce Lulu's Law. The legislation creates a shark alert system for the state's coastal counties and would send out real-time notifications similar to an Amber Alert if a shark attack takes place. Lulu advocated for the bill at the state capitol and stood next to the governor as it was signed into law in May 2025.
Having a law named after me is such an honor, and I just want to put this law out there to make the beaches safer.
I think Alabama is leading, and I believe others will follow that lead.
U.S. Senator Katie Britt represents Alabama in the nation's capital, and while she fully supports the state legislation, she's also introduced a Lulu's Law of her own in Congress. It would direct the Federal Communications Commission to classify shark attacks as events for which wireless emergency alerts can be sent to cell phones. The legislation would not mandate the alerts nationwide, but Britt believes it would empower other states and local jurisdictions to begin using them.
Sometimes you have to be incredibly specific to make sure that people know that that's what it can be used for, and then it will encourage that use.
The federal proposal is bipartisan, and in July 2025, it passed unanimously in the Senate.
I was just so happy and so thrilled that this act was moving.
The Gribben family views it as a common-sense approach that could potentially save lives. The Lulu's parents also acknowledge there's been some pushback along the way.
You know, a lot of people say, well, sharks live in the ocean. Well, we know that, but that doesn't mean we can't be a little bit more active to be safe around them.
An earlier version of Alabama's law would have allowed the alert system to be activated anytime a shark is spotted in the water, but there were concerns that could lead to excessive alerts and potentially hurt tourism, so it was scaled back. The bill, as approved, allows for alerts to be issued only in the event of an unprovoked shark attack, and authorities say they'll be geofenced by location, meaning they just go out to cell phones within the nearby area along the shoreline.
Everybody has a choice if they want to get in the water or not. We're not regulating who can go swim. It's, just giving you a little bit more data.
And then make your own decision.
And make your own decision.
According to the International Shark Attack file maintained by the Florida Museum of Natural History, in 2024, Lulu's attack was one of 47 unprovoked shark bites on humans worldwide. Just 4 of those were fatal. And while the U.S. consistently sees higher numbers than other countries, even here, experts still stress attacks remain rare.
The chances are low.
John Caruso is a professor emeritus in the Department of Ecology and Evolutionary Biology at Tulane University.
Many times, a shark attack can be a case of mistaken identity. Sharks mistaken a splash in the water for a splash of a fish.
But Caruso also cautioned sharks are highly mobile, and so he worries about the effectiveness of alerts sent out after an attack. He says a better approach would be to deploy shark spotting drones, like those New York has used in recent years, to patrol beaches from overhead.
And alert people when there are sharks close to the beach. That would make a lot more sense to me than after the fact.
For now, Senator Britt's response to any skeptics is this.
Tell that to Lulu, because it was 90 minutes and less than 4 miles. And had there been an alert system in place, then Lulu would have never been in the water.
And Lulu, for her part, has already made it clear she doesn't give up without a fight.
It brings me so much joy when people stop me and they ask for a picture and I get to spread awareness about amputees and I get to share my story. Never let an obstacle define you or overcome you.
At the state level in Alabama, Lulu's law officially took effect in October 2025. At the federal level, if it's approved in the House of Representatives, it would then head to the desk of President Donald Trump. But Lulu's advocacy work doesn't stop there. She recently launched the Lulu Strong Foundation with a goal of supporting research and prosthetic technologies to help amputees. To learn more, head to InvestigateTV.com and search Lulu's Law. In Washington, I'm Heather Graff.
As Heather mentioned, experts say shark attacks are extremely rare.
But there are small steps you can take to reduce your risk. First, avoid the water around dawn and dusk, when sharks tend to be most active in feeding. You should also use caution around sandbars, which tend to be a favorite hangout of sharks. Avoid the water if you're bleeding. Steer clear of areas where people are fishing, and leave the shiny jewelry at home, as it can resemble fish scales in the ocean.